Good morning everyone, welcome back to the garage on a sunny Monday morning. Very strong hay fever today, my eyes are watering, so apologies for that. But yeah, we're in the garage, we've got 13 orders going out I think. Would have been 14, I made a nice sale last night of those Nerf guns up there, but they cancelled half an hour later. And it was a £70 sale, so I got all excited, thought I'd made a really good day of sales, and then got the notification saying they want to cancel once again. So seems to be happening quite a lot where people just change their mind willy-nilly. A little bit annoying, but whatever. Luckily, of course, the money hadn't come out of my eBay balance, so it wasn't too much of a big hit. I just refunded him instantly, but just a bit of a pain to get that excitement, get that high of a nice sale, and then get brought back down to earth again after they cancel. You'll be pleased to know I've actually cleaned the garage, so it may not look perfect to a lot of you guys, but the fact that I can actually walk over here without kicking any boxes or tripping up, yeah, quite a big deal. I've managed to condense loads of boxes, put them in there. Loads of items that I had in here, I can actually lift that now because I had loads of items which were just in that box. They've now been moved into the shed, ready to be car booted. None of it's like broken items, but it's just stuff that I bought thinking it'd be worth more money than it actually is. It's probably more worth it to me just doing a car boot, selling it for a quid or a couple of quid to some little kid or something that wants it. It's like a load of plushes, a load of like shoes which aren't good enough for my shop but still good enough to wear for someone. Oh, we have just made a sale. Shame my phone's on silent because you would have heard the ka-ching, but we just made a little sale there of £27 for the Harry Potter Hedwig. I think you saw that in my recent car boot video. I paid £8 for it. £27. You would have also seen in that last video that I said I was doing free postage. I've now changed my mind on that. I'm all over the place, but yeah, I've changed my mind on that and put £3.45 postage back on most items in the shop. The main reason for that really was just, I think I mentioned it in the video, the fact that I was getting stung by the fees and not having postage on top really did hurt quite a lot. I'm already feeling so much better. Like the fact I can actually walk around, spread my feet out, show off my fresh new Gazelles that I got off Vinted, 10 quid. It's happening guys, it's happening. Yeah, I'm back to sniping again, and the problem is if I see shoes in my size, I keep them usually. It's just what happens. So I actually had a pair of Gazelles I was wearing in size 10, but they're a little bit too tight for me, but I put up with it anyway. I wore them for about half a year or something. I then got these ones, which I was actually going to resell. They were size 10.5, and I thought, ooh, they're in perfect condition. Let's do a little switcheroo. So I'll keep these ones, and I'll sell the ones that I was wearing. But they may be in this sales update, and I think I sold them for like £35. Also, quick little shout out to Harry Main. I know he'll be waiting for this shout out. He's been seeing me wear that donut hoodie in my car boot videos quite often. A little gesture of goodwill from him because I'm obviously showing the brand owner. He sent me a load of clothing. So yeah, a little bit of an unofficial channel sponsorship going on. Link below, check out his clothing. I don't want to do too many like sponsored type videos or anything, but it's really nice clothing, and if any of you want fancy clothing, hoodies, bike gear like gloves, whatever, go and check out the website. It's in the description below, and yeah, just see what he's got to offer. Loads of good stuff, and always doing deals, so keep an eye on the Instagram as well. But yeah, thanks again Harry, and I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Also, I've mentioned it before, pretty weird that the guy that I used to watch as a little scooter kid in the skate park is now watching my videos on YouTube. I've said this before, but yeah, very strange. Anyway, let's get into the sales. I was going to put the old chest mount on, so yeah, I'll stick that on, do a little POV view, and we'll see what's sold. Right, there you go guys, we're hands-free. Apologies if you can hear the new neighbour. He's put a sub in the back of his car and he's playing it every morning, every evening. Perfect timing for when a new baby arrives, of course, but yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah, first sale, I've already picked this one out, picked it out on Friday. This is a Keychron wireless keyboard, paid £5 for this one. It has sold for £38 plus post. Yeah, really pleased with that. Also, I've just remembered, I'm going to try and angle the camera so you don't get as much leg shots in this video, just like last one. Right, the next two sales we've got in box 19 and box 26. Look at that, I can actually move the chair out of the way without hitting anything. So, good little story behind this one. That's the first pair. Also guys, I'll just let you know that it's a really good variety of sales in this video. Not just footwear, but I will of course try and get through the footwear quickly, because I know a lot of you get a little bit bored of the footwear sales. Right, so I picked up 3 pairs of these at my car boot about 2 months ago. I think you've seen it on YouTube already. We've got these 2 Birkenstocks. Last week I sold the pink pair to a customer, and she received them. She paid like £32 plus postage, I think, something like that. She received them, she was happy with them, and then she went and bought these ones. I actually sent an offer out and she got them for like £28 plus post, I think. And then of course I noticed that it was the same customer, so I messaged her after buying this one and I said, I've got a red pair as well in the exact same size, exact same model. Do you want these for £25 free postage? I said no pressure at all if you don't want them, check condition, make sure you're happy with them. And then she was like, yep, sure, I'll take them as well, £25. I lowered the price, took postage off, gave her free postage on them. And yeah, she bought them for 25 quid. So all 3 pairs I've paid £10 for, and they have sold for a total of like 70, 80 quid. So yeah, really happy with that. And of course they're all going to the same customer, so it's kind of like a guaranteed sale which won't come back, you know. If one pair fits, I'm sure all these other pairs will fit as well. Yeah, don't pass up on Birkenstocks, even if they're stained with like the footwear and stuff. They are very expensive brand new, so people are willing to pay like 20, 30. I've even sold them for like 40, 45 quid before in pre-owned condition. Okay, right, the next 2 sales are in box 4 and 22. I believe 4 is right in the corner down there, so a bit of a pain to get to. But not so much anymore because of the tidy garage. As I mentioned, these were the Gazelles which were mine, but I actually decided to sell them and keep these ones instead, as I just mentioned at the start of the video. Yeah, these ones here have actually sold for £27.99, so I was a little bit off. I thought they'd sold for £35. £27.99 plus post, not too bad seeing as I got some use out of them and have now replaced them with these ones. Keep your eyes peeled for Gazelles because they do always sell well, even in beaten up condition. Next sale is a Buzz Lightyear in box 22. Also, whilst I'm here, I'll quickly show you this little Labrador or Golden Retriever, whatever it is. Picked this up from the tip shop for free. It's actually an IKEA Gothic Golden, or Gothic Golden. So Golden Retriever, I guess. I offered to pay them some money and he was like, no, take it for free. And yes, it was from the tip shop, but it smells completely fresh. It's not got like a cigarette smell to it or anything like that. These things here actually sell for like £20, £25 on eBay. Keep your eyes peeled for any IKEA stuff, anything really, furniture, soft toys. A lot of the soft toys get retired, so they actually end up being worth some money. I saw that, saw the label, saw that it was IKEA, and whilst I was in the shop, did a bit of research, and I found, what's his name, rummage around, I found his sale, and he had just sold it the day before for like 20 quid, so yeah, always worth picking up. Anyway, next sale, Buzz Lightyear. So I had 3 Buzzes down here on the floor with Woody. I listed Buzz and Woody together, they sold instantly for 50 quid. I listed the other Buzz for 20 quid, and he sold within about a week. And then this final one has just sold for £15.99. So yeah, I'm pleased I'm actually working through all this stock finally and getting it listed. Like, it's stuff that I thought wasn't worth any money, but the fact that the Buzz and Woody sold for 50 quid instantly is pretty crazy. And I only paid like a £5 for them. No idea what I paid for that one, but I usually don't pay more than like 2 quid at the boot sales for Buzz. So just like in my last video where I put that Lego box in the loft and then it sold the next day, I had these books out for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. I finally put them in this box because I was obviously organising the garage, and they went and sold the next day. So now I've got to get them all out again. So you'll be seeing these in the car boot video, I think, coming out on Sunday, next Sunday. So picked up the books at the car boot and said to the lady how much, and she was like, I just want them gone, give me £1 for the lot. I think there's 10 books there. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, these are, I think they're Heron books or something like that. Yeah, collection of Heron books. You got like Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, and all those types of books. I paid £1, not too bad at all. Make sure they haven't got the musty smell to them. These ones luckily smell nice and fresh. The pages are all in good condition. I knew they wouldn't sell for massive money, but I stuck them up for like 30 quid, sent some offers out. In the end, they sold for £26.59, and also I upped the postage on them because I know they're going to be quite bulky and heavy. I upped the postage to £4.99, so quite a nice decent chunk of postage on that as well. Nice easy flip. And they sat around for about 2 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. Like I said, you'll be seeing that video on Sunday, so enjoy that one. Right, the next 2 sales we've got in box 30 and 31. We'll take this one first. Here they are, just a pair of men's Converses, really nice clean condition. If you're buying these on Vinted, the only thing I'd recommend looking for is make sure all the print is on the back. That's the best way to tell if they're in good condition. If that print's worn off a little bit and the heels are quite flat, it just means they've been worn. Whereas if you've still got the tread on the soles like that, it just means they've probably been like worn once. And yeah, make sure the insoles aren't stained or anything like that. Make sure the laces are good. I can't remember what I paid on these ones. It was quite a while ago, probably about a tenner. They haven't sold for mega money. In this condition, a year ago, I was getting 40 quid plus postage sometimes. These ones here have actually sold for £29 plus £3.45 postage. So still a decent profit. And yeah, just pleased to get them gone really. Also, I haven't sold these Innovates yet, which I picked up at the car boot for 4 quid. Brand new pretty much. I think I'm aiming a little bit high, aiming at like 70 quid. But eventually they'll sell, just need to wait for that buyer. Right, in box 31, I did briefly talk about these in the recent video. I think I had these up for 65. This one did have free postage on it, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, it's still a decent profit. I paid £5 plus the fees on Vinted, and they have sold for £56. So yeah, of course, really chunky profit there. I should also mention these are like the St. Patrick's Day ones. They've got the green colour, and then they've got the little clover on the inside, whereas some have the little clover on the side here, I think. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for them. You can usually ask a bit of a premium. Right, okay, the next free sales are actually in box 15, so lucky they're all in the same box. Yeah, so like I said, I've been condensing these boxes, getting rid of sticky stock, just to gain some more space really. And so instead of the stock sitting on the side, it now goes in a box if there's space, which there is now space because I'm clearing the boxes out. Let's start off with the Harry Potter set, which just sold literally 10 minutes ago. It's brand new and sealed, but unfortunately the box is quite dented up. Looks to be all good. I mean, it hasn't been opened at all. These haven't been popped. Everything is still glued down, so I'm assuming all is good. I can't really imagine it getting too damaged, seeing as it's just little Lego pieces. Yeah, paid £8 for this one at the car boot. It has just sold for 27 plus post. So yeah, quick, easy flip. Probably about £15 profit overall. Next up, I haven't sold the palm thing yet. This sale came through last night. So these here actually go with a baby playmat. They're just little accessories that hang on the top for the baby to like hit and play with. They do sell really well separately. So I was at the car boot. It was on my Saturday car boot. You wouldn't have seen it. But the lady had the pillow, which goes with the mat, and then she had these two figures, and I paid a £1 for the whole lot. The pillow sold already, I think, for £7.99. And then these two have just sold for £5.99 plus post. It's only little profit, but profit's profit. Paid £1. If it sells, you know. Can't really complain at that one. And then the last item of this box, we've got this little chocolate fondue set, or cheese fondue set, whatever you want it to be. Let's make sure that doesn't fall off. So this is an interesting one because this just shows to go with your gut really at the car boot, because I picked this up last Sunday and I thought it was quite a poor car boot. You actually saw it in my recent video. I checked eBay before buying it and there were no solds. There was like a brand new one selling for 30 and then a pre-owned one for like maybe a tenner. I just thought the condition looks good enough, I'll chance it at a £5. Gave her a £5, displayed it well. I'll show you some pictures here, but I tried to display it as well as I could, and it literally sold within 2 days. The buyer didn't even make an offer. That sold for £44.99 plus postage. And of course it's a bit of a heavier, bulkier item, so I actually added £4.50 postage on that one, so a little bit more postage. But yeah, all it is a fondue set. If you can find it in like the Le Crusoe sets, then you're getting like 70, 80 quid. I've sold it for that before. Yeah, so I was really surprised this sale came through actually. And it just goes to show, don't always trust eBay solds. If the item's in good enough condition, just go with your gut. If it's a good buy price, someone out there might want it. And obviously they did. £45, really pleased with that. And it frees up some space in this box, ready for more bulky items. You'll be pleased to know that yesterday I had a really successful day at the car boot. So the bad car boot drought has finally ended. We had a really good one yesterday. Just went to my local one, about 20 minutes away from the house, and completely filled up the boot. Spent about 100 quid, I'd say. Yeah, really top quality items. Some really crazy, like, low buy price into high sale price items. Yeah, just got to get it all processed. Okay, right, the next item is in box 17, which is up here. It is, I think you've seen it already on the channel, but it is this Mum Cozy baby carrier. Good brand to look out for. I think brand new, these sell for about £35. There you go, it's just a beige sort of padded baby carrier. Should probably keep it for ourselves, but I'm pretty sure we've got unlimited ones of these. We've got so many of these in the loft, so need to dig them out, ready for the baby. Yeah, £3 paid at the car boot. It has sold for £20 plus £3.45 postage. Another quick, easy flip. And more box space. I still haven't sold Angela.
Never fear, my fake French friend.
Yeah, she's still sitting around. She's getting a few watches. I think she's on about 8 watches right now. But the problem is, with a YouTube channel, I never know if they're real watchers or they're just channel subscribers. So it does throw the algorithm off a little bit. Right, next sale is in box 11, which is down here. So we are way into profit on this item. Here's the next one. So you would have seen me pick this up about 3 months ago at the car boot. Paid £25 or £20, I think, for a PS1 bundle, all inside this bag. It had 3 games with it. The games are still listed. It had a really minty fresh clean PS1 console, the fat console, like the original one. It wasn't yellowed at all, really lovely condition, all fully worked. That sold within a few weeks for about £45, so that puts me into profit. I then had a spare controller which was in this bag. That sold the other week for £16.99, I think. So yeah, that's a nice added bonus to the profit. And then the bag has just sold for £12 plus postage. So not massive money. It is an original bag, but it's not in the best of conditions. We're way into profit now, so this is just the cherry on the cake, really. We've also got the 2 games that haven't sold yet. They're both like French games. I think I'm aiming for about £30 each on those games. I think that is everything, apart from the one sale that obviously you guys are all waiting here to see what it sold for. Right, so I can't actually believe this one. This just goes to show, if you just go with your gut at the car boot, eventually you will win and you'll be in profit. So this one here, I paid £10 for at the car boot about 6 months, probably about 4 months ago at the car boot. I saw it, it looked pretty interesting. I've always been into my watches. Not that I can afford an Omega or a Rolex or anything fancy like that. To be honest, I'm not even sure if this is like genuine, official, but it's cool, it's interesting. I'm guessing it was just some kind of shop display. It's for the Omega Speedmaster Apollo Soyuz, which obviously is something to do with the whole Apollo space flight, whatever. But literally all it is a bit of plywood, as you can see. A bit of plywood with some rubber feet on it, and then just painted in the Omega colours with a nice sort of like velvety stand there. It is sold to a GSP buyer in Italy. I started the price at like 250, went down to 200, and then I think went down to 150, getting loads of watches on it. But like I just said, a lot of my watches are just subscribers of the channel, so it's always hard to tell if they're like a genuine interested buyer or not. In the end, I think the price got down to about £95, and then I actually received an offer on it on Friday, I think, for £82 from this Italian buyer. And because I saw it as a GSP buyer, usually they make an offer, you accept it, and they don't even pay. They obviously see that you've accepted it, and then they see the massive like £30 postage charge on top, and they refuse to pay. So I assume that's what will happen with this one. But yeah, I accepted the offer, and about 3 hours later the buyer actually paid for it, and I could not believe it. So yeah, here we go, £10 into 82. That is the final sale price. I know a lot of you have been asking. I see a lot of people at the car boots now like, have you sold that Omega stand yet? I'm like, no, thinking it's going to never sell. But eventually everything sells. So yeah, just keep the faith, people, keep the faith, and it will sell. And for those wondering, I will just be wrapping this up in card, maybe a bit of bubble wrap or something around it, a bit of paper card, something to protect this, just loads and loads of cardboard. And yeah, just wrap it up, and I'm sending it with it's probably going to weigh about 6 or 7 kilos once I'm done with it. But yeah, unexpected, very decent sale, and I'm just super pleased with that one. Okay everyone, I'm going to call it a day now. Sweating buckets in this garage right now. It's only like 9 o'clock I think, or yeah, it's 9:45, so it's still pretty early, but it's so hot in here right now. I've got to get all this lot packaged, sent to the shop, and then crack on with listing. There has been a massive improvement since my last sales update video. I think a big part of it is just being organised, so having this clear garage space and just being organised, actually getting stuff listed that's just been sat around for quite a while. And of course, it's not going to sell if it's not listed, so get your stuff listed and it will eventually sell. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you can comment below your favourite sale of today, like the video, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya! Also, just one thing before I go. This is for you, Harry. Still got it.